My friends everywhere, I hope you enjoyed the story. Don't forget to encourage us by leaving a like or a comment, and let us know where you're watching from. Love you all!
Our story begins inside a car where Uncle George and his wife Martha sat, and behind them was a girl whose eyes were enough to reveal a beauty like the moon. Her name was Riley. Riley sat trembling with fear, not knowing where she was being taken or what awaited her. She turned to her uncle anxiously and asked, "Where are you taking me, Uncle? And why have we been driving for so long?"
All my life I didn't know what to do with you, but now I do. I'm going to marry you off to the biggest businessman in the country.
"But I'm still young. This isn't right. I'm only 18.
Shut up. Isn't it enough that I raised you and spent money on you like you were a pampered, well-fed duck? You've taken everything I had."
Aunt Martha looked at her, her eyes filled with sorrow, and said, trying to comfort her, "Calm down, my dear. Don't be sad. You'll marry a good man with plenty of money." "But what have I done wrong, Aunt? They treat me this way because I have no one. My parents died when I was little." Uncle George sat in the car, smiling, reminiscing about what had happened 6 days ago. 6 days ago, Uncle George was sitting talking with Alfred, a 58-year-old man, and Alfred said to him in a decisive tone,
"What is it, George? I didn't want to speak to you rudely, and I said let's leave it at that, but now the matter is closed. When will you pay your debt, or will you give me the girl?"
Next to Alfred sat Aiden, his right-hand man and trusted confidant, a 29-year-old who, despite his young age, owned countless properties and businesses.
"George, have you forgotten who we are? One word from the master is law. No questions asked." "Understood, gentlemen, but let's agree on a price. This girl is the only thing my brother took from this world. How could I give her away? But for your sake, I'll sell my wife if you wish. Anyway, how much will it cost?" 5 million, George. "Accepted, sir. When can I bring you the girl?" "In 5 days, and we'll see her as a bride."
Then he laughed a chilling laugh. Back to the present. The car arrived in front of the largest mansion in the city, Alfred's family mansion. The mansion was fully decorated because the Grand Master was getting married. They entered the mansion and the head maid greeted them, saying, "Welcome, you honor us with your presence." Then she took Riley's hand and said, "Come this way, my dear." She took her to her room, dressed her in a beautiful white gown, and said admiringly, "You are as beautiful as the moon." "What will they do to me?" "Everything will be all right, my dear. Who wouldn't dream of marrying Mr. Alfred? All you should do now is rejoice wholeheartedly." Aunt Martha entered and said, "You look wonderful, Riley. Congratulations." "Why are you doing this to me, Auntie? I thought you would make up for everything I've been through in my life." "It's against my will, my dear. You know how cruel your uncle is." And the marriage took place. Alfred entered his suite where Riley was and said,
"It seems George has made an excellent choice. She's truly beautiful. Congratulations to me."
He approached her, and Riley screamed in fear, "Don't come near me! Stay away from me!" She backed away, whispering to herself, "God, save me from him, for I have no one but you." A moment later, Alfred lay motionless on the ground. Riley trembled, and Alfred's cousin Louise rushed in, shouting, "What have you done to him?" Riley ran away in a panic, even though she hadn't done anything, but suddenly she bumped into Aiden and fell to the ground.
"Don't you realize where you're going?"
"Please save me," she cried fearfully. Hearing the scream, he asked her,
"What happened?"
"I prayed to God. Aiden was surprised and thought to himself,
What? Is she really that sincere that her prayers are answered so quickly?
Riley interrupted him, saying, "Will you help me escape from here or what?" Aiden gazed at her for a long time, captivated by her beauty and childlike features, and said,
Well, I'll help you.
and indeed he helped her escape. Several months later, her uncle came and found her packing her suitcase. He said to her sarcastically,
Where to, beautiful?
"My aunt died, you took your money, and my husband is dead. What more do you want from me? I'm leaving." He laughed and said,
No, get ready for your new home, bride.
She was shocked and said, "Bride? How?" He grabbed her tightly and said,
I don't want you anymore. Get ready for your new husband.
"You're not human." He threw her on the bed and said,
Get ready, bride. You'll be gone in a few days.
2 days earlier, George was sitting with Aiden in the office and said,
What nonsense is this? You said it was important. Don't raise your voice, George. Don't forget who I am, or I'll wipe you off the face of the earth. Yes, sir. What do you want? I want to marry Riley. How long have you wanted to marry her? As far as I know, you haven't thought about marriage in ages. That's none of your business. Didn't you want to marry her off? Well, now I do. But I told Mr. Simon's family I'd give them the girl in marriage, and frankly, we agreed on a very large sum. Whatever the amount, I'll pay more. Is $5 million appropriate? Then we'll marry Riley off to the head of the Simon family since they'll pay more. What do you think? 10 million pounds. Add a little more. What's that all about? Fine, 20 million, and forget her name altogether. I don't even know a girl named Riley. And when do you want to marry her? I want her right now. That's the end of it. Get out of my sight.
George left while Aiden remembered the innocent look in Riley's eyes and her beauty. He placed his hand on his heart and said,
May God make her love me as I love her.
Meanwhile, George was laughing inside his car.
It seems luck is on your side, Riley. 2 of the country's richest men are about to propose.
We returned to Aiden, who was entering the mansion. Louise greeted him with feigned tears and said, Is it true, Aiden? You're going to marry that wretched woman named Riley?
And why not?
Ah, what a shame! Why, my son? That girl is bad luck and poverty. My cousin never had a happy life with her. Do you want to leave me alone in this world just like he did?
How could I leave you, Mother? I'm going to marry her because...
He stopped, not telling her about his feelings for her. I had hoped you would marry and give me grandchildren after your previous wife died, but not that girl.
Please, Mother. I've obeyed you my whole life, but this poor girl, and my uncle has wronged so many people. I've decided to get married, and that's final for me. Don't expect me for lunch. I've lost my appetite.
Aiden left, and Louise said angrily, Well, my son, it's me and that woman called Riley, and time will tell. Aiden went into his room, sat on the bed, and said,
What did you do to deserve having a corrupt uncle, Riley, and being forced to marry an older man for money? What's the difference between him and me? I'm buying you with money, too. God help me.
Oh, Lord, guide me, Lord. I don't know if this is good for me or not. The next day she went to her uncle and said, I agree to the marriage.
You didn't have a choice to refuse anyway, but well, it seems you know what's best for you.
A few days later, at the mansion, the wedding took place. In Riley's room, Louise entered and said sharply, Listen, girl, if you take my son from me, I swear to God I will make you suffer. And she left the room. Riley sat on the floor weeping and said, "Oh Lord, I am tired. Help me. I need you. O God, suffice me in all that concerns me in this world and the hereafter." Suddenly, she found the person behind her, and she wiped away her tears before he saw her crying. He said,
Are you all right?
"Yes, I'm fine, thank you." She fell silent, looking at the ground. He also fell silent, but he gazed at her for a long time because despite being his wife, he couldn't take a single step towards her. How can I separate them? How? Then she smiled a wicked smile that held no good intentions. "Yes, I've found it." Louise sat thinking for a long time until a disastrous idea struck her. Not content with her desire to divorce her son, she also decided to ruin Riley's reputation by accusing her of theft, claiming that Riley had taken her ring. In the room, Aiden was sitting with Riley and spoke to her frankly.
Look, Riley, I loved you from the first moment I saw you, and I'm not like Alfred. Tell me, do you feel the same way?
Riley became flustered and said hesitantly, Aiden interrupted her gently.
Don't answer now. Take your time and be comfortable. And by the way, I'll sleep on the couch so I don't put any pressure on you.
"I know you're different, but I'm afraid of what you might do to me."
Don't be afraid. I'm with you, and I won't let anyone hurt you, not even myself.
He smiled at her to reassure her, but before she could say another word, Riley collapsed to the floor, unconscious. Aiden was terrified, his heart nearly stopping as he called out to her.
Riley! Riley, wake up! Don't leave me! I love you and I can't live without you!
Aiden immediately called the doctor. The doctor said,
Don't worry, it's nothing serious. The lady hasn't eaten all day, so her blood pressure dropped. But she's fine, God willing. She just needs to eat once she wakes up.
The doctor left, and Louise entered, saying sarcastically, "Clearly the owl has fallen. Anyway, congratulations. I'll leave you with your bride."
Mother, please, she's my wife now, and I don't want anyone speaking about her in a disrespectful way.
After Riley woke up and ate, Aiden said to her lovingly,
You can't imagine how worried I was about you. Thank God you're safe.
She said shyly, "You're embarrassing me with your kindness."
I don't want you to hold anything against my family, even if my mother or Alfred made a mistake.
How could I be angry? It's enough that you protected me and decided to marry me. God only knows what could have happened to me. He could have married me off to any man for money. Honestly, I thought you were going to hand me over to them, but I was wrong. You saved me more than once.
And how have I saved you more than once?
First, when you helped me escape, and second, when you married me and defended me against my Uncle George, and third, because I'm sure your mother wasn't happy with me.
I could never abandon you. You're the one who made me discover I have a heart.
We leave them in their romantic moment and move to a desert road where George was walking when bandits stopped him. They seized him, and George was taken away to face the fate he had chosen for himself. But the troubles weren't over yet. Weeks later, Louise put her plan into action. She placed her ring in Riley's room, then tore off her clothes, put on a wig, and went to Aiden, feigning tears. "Help me, my son. My ring is gone, and the maid found it in Riley's wardrobe, and when I confronted her, she attacked me, as you can see." Aiden went into the room and said to Riley,
Tell me the truth. Did you do this, and did you take my mother's ring?
Riley was too shocked to reply. Aiden raised his hand and slapped her. Riley broke down in tears. "You doubt me like that? How could you accuse me of this?"
Are you implying that my mother is a liar?
"I didn't say that, but I didn't do anything. I didn't leave my room. I was sick, and the doctor told me."
What did she tell you?
"He said I'm pregnant." Silence fell. Then Louise broke down and confessed, weeping, "Yes, Everything I did was a lie. I was afraid for you, my son, and the devil tempted me. Forgive me. Don't divorce your wife. She's honorable and didn't steal anything. I did it to save you from her."
Why, Mother? Why did you make me raise my hand against her and wrong her like this?
The three of them moved apart for a while, and Riley went to another room. 6 months later, Riley was a month or two from the birth. She almost fell down the stairs, but Aiden caught her and said,
How long will you stay away? Isn't it time for your heart to return? Forgive me, if you still love me.
"I forgive you, and I forgive your mother." Months later, Riley gave birth to beautiful twins. They lived a life filled with love, but before love, it was built on respect and loyalty.